6 fabulous hotels with superb sport and leisure activities.
Years after the deal was signed and later, the EuroDisney theme park is ready for the public, as predicted at 9:01 on Sunday, April the 12th. The work has involved tradesmen from all over Europe, bringing to life the ideas of Disney's Imagineers. Based on the existing theme parks in the States and Tokyo, certain changes have been made to cater for European tastes. Catering outlets contain more seating areas, as we Europeans prefer to dine rather than snack. And in addition, most of the 12,000 full-time cast members, as staff are called, speak at least 2 languages, so everyone should feel at home. Other than that, it's pure Disney. Well, this is one of the more tranquil of the 29 major adventures built here at EuroDisney, a steamboat ride on a man-made lake. But if you're after something a little more exciting, then Thunder Mountain here behind me might be just what you're looking for. This is the closest thing so far to a white knuckle experience. Of course, there are other rides to cater for all tastes, from the Pirates of the Caribbean, through Sir Lancelot's Carousel, to the Mad Hatter's Teacups, a variation on the waltzers, all being enjoyed by the specially invited guests on the preview day prior to opening. And among those guests there were more than a few famous faces, joining the traditional Disney parade characters under a shower of giant confetti. They included actress Candice Bergen, actors Michael J. Fox and Eddie Murphy, a few Gypsy Kings, our own Bob Hoskins, and not forgetting Henry Cooper. Bringing up the rear was Disney President Michael Eisner in the shadow of his favourite character, Roger Rabbit. So far, there's been £2.5 billion spent on this park, and they didn't skimp for the opening party either. The world's top stars like Cher with a new dance partner, and another inimitable songstress, Tina Turner, were among the star turns. Well, obviously not even Disney can guarantee that kind of galaxy of stars every night, but when it does get dark, the projected 11 million visitors in the first year can look forward to the classic Disney Electric Light Parade, and a fireworks display which, no matter what you think of Mickey Mouse, is impressive in anybody's language. Peter Morris, TVAM, EuroDisney near Paris.
And that was Peter's report there on last night. And now, what's happening now over there, Peter?
Well, David, you join us just as the actual opening ceremony is about to get underway. The doors opened as predicted at 9:01 this morning. The crowds are now filling in. All the Disney top brass are up there at the Castle of the Sleeping Beauty. And as I look, Mickey's making his opening address behind me. And this is the start of the big project Disney have had planned for 5 years.
Well, those pictures look very interesting there. Is Mickey going to speak in French or in English?
Well, I think the idea is they're going to do a dual situation. When I came over for a preview last year, the head of EuroDisney, Bob Fitzpatrick, is a fluent French speaker, and he assisted his international president, Michael Eisner, by translating for him after his attempts to read a speech phonetically failed somewhat on the ears of the local French people. But I think the idea is there's going to be an introduction in English, and then it will be repeated in French, or vice versa. They haven't actually made up their mind on which language they're going to speak in first, last I asked.
Well, yes, there was a rumour apparently that they were going to have all alternative French names on the menu for all the food, and they've even apparently found a French name for croissant, which is quite an achievement, in fact.
Yes, well, Disney are remarkably resourceful, and they can usually manage to come up with something new to please everybody, but I hadn't heard of any alternative to croissant as far as I'm aware.
Right, well, in fact, Carol Thatcher here was just quoting a cartoon with one of the characters at Disneyland, in fact, being, covered up in a uniform and so on, and in fact being an MP who lost on Friday. So it's possible, I suppose, that Mickey Mouse there on the left is, in fact, Edith Crescent.
Well, that's... Yes, indeed. Well, there are a lot of famous faces here. I haven't actually spotted any MPs or ex-MPs, French or English so far, but there is a wide variety of star names here. You saw a few of them in my report from yesterday. Also here, of course, there was a rumour that Michael Jackson turned up, but he's not been here. There's been various people like Kylie Minogue, several editors of our newspapers, of course. Sorry, carry on.
And there he is. Who's that, I wonder?
This is Bob Fitzpatrick. He's the president of EuroDisney, the man who's sort of masterminded this project from the very beginning. He, as I say, is the person who's a fluent French and Russian speaker, I believe, although I don't think he's planning on talking in Russian this morning.
I would think a theme park in Moscow wouldn't work very well at the moment.
No, I don't think their economy would quite stand that. I think they're still excited over queuing for McDonald's and Pizza Hut at the moment, and also they've got their own problems.
Yeah. Well, I
You
hope.
never know.
Well, there you are. We've seen the opening of Disney there. This is the official moment, because he's the gent, isn't he, who's really put most of the work in, or led to it all, isn't he?
Yes, he's the man who's been mastermind. Obviously, they came up with the idea at Disney International, based in America, but Bob Fitzpatrick's been the man who's been working towards this. I say it's been 5 years in the planning, but obviously Disney's Imagineers have been working on new projects for tens of years before that. 55 was when it first opened in Anaheim, and they've been working on updating everything since and working towards opening a EuroDisney. But for the last 12 years, he's actually been based in Europe and has masterminded the whole project and been based over here for the 5 years, from the original deal struck with the French government up to the finishing and the opening ceremony today.
Well, thank you very much indeed, Peter. Many thanks. Thank you for joining us there. Back in the studio here, Carol Thatcher went to Disney University?
Yes, I did a piece once on behind the scenes at Disney World in Florida, and it is absolutely fascinating. I mean, their training school, which is called the Disney University, I spent half a day there in the classroom being taught how to say "have a nice day" with the right Mickey and Minnie authenticity. And it is, you just read out some of the rules for the cast members. It's a total immersion course in the Disney philosophy, but I must say it does make the one in Florida and Disneyland in LA, they do run perfectly.
And there's Frontierland and Fantasyland and Adventureland, all of them in... There you have it, with a bit of flashing on the screen there at the end. And EuroDisney is underway. That was Mike Eisner you saw there in the picture. And in fact, the parking lot there is bigger than EuroDisney itself. It's called Paris. Anyway, thank you for those pictures. EuroDisney is open, and for our younger viewers, we hope you enjoy it.